One of my absolute favorite anime series is Hotoku no Ken, otherwise known as Fist of the North Star. Starting in 1983 as the incredibly detailed and over-the-top manga in Japan, naturally it branched out into a feature-length animated movie, video games, both great and not so great, a live-action movie I adore,
What are you trying to do, tickle me to death? Don't turn your back on me!
You're already dead.
and what we will be talking about today is the 1984 animated adaptation of the manga. Titled something more longer than I care to say for the video, is a fun, if not a bit too slow a start to a series as crazy as Fist of the North Star. We don't learn too much, save for the fact that the world is that of a much more depraved Mad Max, but not on the level of Violence Jack, and that Kenshiro is something of an apocalypse Jesus. The story is a bit loose, with Kenshiro coming across a village for water, curing a young girl by the name of Lynn of her trauma-caused muteness, while also saving a village from the evil and cruel grasp of a local warlord. There isn't much more to the episode, save for some hints about Kenshiro's past, about Shin and Yulia, and events to come. The story is alright, but not the strongest, and it's your typical post-apocalyptic story, but it just does not prepare you for how truly awesome the series becomes. The characters sort of suffer the same thing as the story. Kenshiro is soft-spoken and mild-mannered, Lynn is a sweet, innocent youth who has seen too much horror in the world, and Bat is an annoying troublemaker, but there isn't all that much more that we learn about them in this episode. Honestly, as awesome as Ken is, it's not until the last few minutes of the episode that we can see how much ass he can truly kick. Until then, he is a goodwill drifter who has only his goal in mind, but he never lets that get in the way of saving the day. Lynn is an adorable, sympathetic girl, and Bat talks too much for his own good. Everyone else, save for the prophesizing old man, is just cannon fodder or background noise. Despite how violent the series is known for being, there is only a few deaths here and there sprinkled throughout the episode. Not to mention, since this was aired on Japanese TV, a lot of the violence is a bit too clean for my taste. Bad guys exploding, even if censored a bit, is still great. The animation here is the kind I just simply adore. It's bursting with color, snappy editing, occasionally goofy faces and proportions for everyone, and just that classic look a lot of older anime have. In terms of voice acting, it's really not very good. Not only that, but the "you're already dead" line from the sub is changed here, and while still cool,
Zito, you're already a dead man.
What?
I vastly prefer the Japanese sub for most of the dialogue and such. Most of Bat's lines aren't very good, to be honest, although I did get a chuckle from them for some very dumb reasons.
They don't just kill the men, they also kill all the women and children.
The sound effects are thankfully completely intact from the original show. And the music outside the way too goofy harp playing when Yulia was on screen was good. However, the main theme, compared to Yuwa Shaw from the Japanese version, is just incredibly lacking. Not bad, but it just isn't nearly as memorable. And with all that said, I adore Fist of the North Star a whole lot. Sure, this episode isn't as good as what is to come, but it's definitely an enjoyable enough start. It's a good watch, but if you're looking for the trademark ultra-violence, definitely go check out the 1986 feature-length anime adaptation for sure, as that's a great watch too, and I highly recommend that. As always, if you want to help support the channel, please consider sharing the video with a friend or checking out my Patreon linked in the description below. A big thank you to my wonderful friend Orion Knight for drawing up these wonderful animation stills of Punish Neat. If you have any comments, questions, or recommendations, leave them in the comments as I read and reply to everything. Until next time, this is Thierry Williamson signing off until the next video. See ya guys!